What's going on? MJMG presents. Let's pin this real quick. We pinning this early. We pinning that early. We gonna get the set going. Warm it up a little bit. Shout out to everybody. We got the P.A.P system. We gonna let the set warm up some. Get a few people going on in the set. I know a few people having a hard time seeing the live. I don't know why it's not coming up into their search. Mr. Bar, what's going on? I want to send a big shout out to Mr. Bar, man. Really looked out for me for my B-Day. I really appreciate that. So salute to you. Tim Dog Blocks, what's going on? I see the people are rolling in. Today we are back with the A&R Desk, and today we got the P.A.P system. For those that might not know what the P.A.P system is, I'm gonna wait a little bit more before I go into details and break down what the P.A.P system is and what we doing with it today. But nonetheless, if you got an A&R question, if you got something you want to submit, if you got some answers you need, you can holler, you can put it in the chat, you can email it with an MP3 or a song, and we're gonna get to those details as well. But we're gonna get to some work. We're gonna get to some work today. So I'm gonna warm up this set. We're gonna go into a visual real quick before we start the show. This is Triscuit Fargo with Mental. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we're gonna get this going on. He said the gods is in the chat. That's right. That's right. I love that. All right, y'all, check this out. This is Triscuit Fargo, Mental, and we be setting off the show. Yeah.
This is the A&R Desk with Spud Brooklyn.
Yeah. I be going through shit, but it's simple. 90% of it's mental. Best thing about it, I've been had to handle. But I promise I still feel the pain, dog. This the reason I'm changing the game, dog. I don't do this for none of the fame, dog. And you see why we shooting from range, dog. Cause these niggas beyond out. Gang, 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 gang. I promise you not one of them. I'm the one for that hit, let me send again. This effing gon' boost my adrenaline. She wanna do better, but trust I'm the betterment. Toxic, but also a gentleman. I can't say that little hoe, but I'm generous. Man, fuck it, this money gon' talk, keep your head high. Lately, I've been feeling pressure to wipe out them niggas that say I'm a dead guy. Change out my name in this bitch, I had Jay tell me watch how it look when it's verified. Straight out of Bushel, but still got them boys I don't play when you walking in bed style. Made her right down the street, all you see is the lights in the dark. Man, this bitch is a red eye. Straight from the start, he a dog, but we cut off the bird. Cartier glow in the dirt. We shopping his head in the cart. And I still bring the madness in March. Only one that be doing my part. Guess I'm wicked, but really ain't harsh. Beggars ain't choosers, but watch how these niggas gon' bargain. Separation got the biggest of margins. My dog wouldn't strike, cause he know he a sergeant. Feed my people, they never be starving. For my rights, I continue to marching. Biggest dripper, I know I'm a target. For his body, we shop on the market. Proud of walking, I step on the carpet. You not about it, I know, cause we call it. I be going through shit, but it's simple. 90% of it's mental. Best thing about it, I've been had to handle. But I promise I still feel the pain, dog. This the reason I'm changing the game, dog. I don't do this for none of the fame, dog. And you see why we shooting from range, dog. Cause these niggas beyond out. Gang, 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 gang. I promise you not one of them. Let's be honest, cause shit problematic. Fuck the porn, cause I once was an addict. How you get over shit, it's a tactic. It's a process, I trust the reactions. I ain't do nothing crazy, no magic. Say my prayers, it got me to happen. See you niggas be chasing the wrong cross. Chrome hard and broke as a bitch. And my mama told me once you up, dog, don't forget you ain't started if it's rich. So I kept it 100 with all dogs, even ones that be stuck in the ditch. Same niggas that say they competing with me, not the ones that be calling it quits. I can mix the bitch up in a rational. Last thing time is this shit generational. Got the OGs like damn, that boy capable of changing this shit off the blick. I pray when I'm walking in Fargo, they say that's the one that's gonna change all the shit. Cause I went from Motorola to Dakota and still bringing fame in this bitch. You see we ride two different Christians. Got a cross on my chest with some Dior, just made 4 off commission. Took a hoe from my north to the seashore, I just hope that they listen. Don't compare me with niggas that's free form, cause I'm still on the mission. And I'm closing the distance. Yeah, I be going through shit, but it's simple. 90% of it's mental. Best thing about it, I've been had to handle. But I promise I still feel the pain, dog. This the reason I'm changing the game, dog. I don't do this for none of the fame, dog. And you see why we shooting from range, dog. Cause these niggas beyond out. Gang, 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 gang. I promise you not one of them.
All right, y'all, that was Trisket Fargo. We was just warming up the set with that. But we gonna get on with this set. I wanna send a shout out to everybody. Even Muse, I see you. 730 JC Cordetta, I see you. Yo, Coffee Kazo, I see you. R&B After Dark, salute. NY Vids, salute. Shout out to everybody jumping on the A&R Desk today. I'm not even gonna waste no time. Whoever's not here is not here, right? Time is money, right? That's what they say. Time is money, right? I think it's a little bit more than money. It's a lot more than money. But we're going to keep that phrase just for time's sake. All right, today we have the P.A.P system. I have a few submissions. Yo, Booker O, I see you. We have a few submissions. What we're going to do is, and I'm going to give a quick rundown of the P.A.P system so those could get an idea. Again, if anybody's on and want to submit and get your A&R grading through the P.A.P system, after I just give you an example, feel free to put P.A.P system or just P.A.P in your subject. If not, you can send an A&R question, your music video, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to go into the P.A.P system, right? The P.A.P system, and I'm going to pull this up for y'all. And this is Product Analytics and Presentation. This is a system. Let me stop the music. This is a system that I've used to shop artists to record labels, right? And I'm gonna give a quick rundown of how this works, right? You see the three green boxes on the top: mainstream, alternative, underground. Music usually falls in one of those. Yes, there's many different genres, but music usually falls into one of those. Once we find one of those, you get a 5 point. So you might, if you fall into more than one category, you could get 5 points for each one. Then you go into the listener category. And it's three things: vibe, context, and the look in person. You get a 5 for each one of those that you catch into those for the listener. And those are the three aspects: listener, executive, and producer. So when we're looking at a product, we got to look at it as the listener. And I'm talking about on the executive side. We look at it like how the listeners are going to feel. Then we got to look at it as an executive. How are we going to make sure this makes money? And then we got to look at it as the production or the producer of it. So each subcategory under those titles, you get a 5. And then after we tally up all your 5s, then you go into the grading system. And this is where I was able to use this graph to figure out how I would approach shopping an artist to the record label. Now, I have to give a disclaimer. This system is normally used on a complete artist, like his complete artist, not a song. But I'm using it in a song form to give you all an idea of where the record is at, and also what executives look for and how they determine different sounds. Now, every executive, I gotta say that low because I got some executive friends that be popping in, right? Every executive ain't built equal. Some of them don't listen, they don't know what they doing, right? But we ain't talking about them. We're talking about those that want to be passionate and do what they do. So I'm going to show you that with the P.A.P system on your record. Again, it's normally for an entire artist. So if you want your song and you want to see how it is or get a feel of a rundown just to see what happens on the backstory or the back end of the executive board meeting or the A&R meeting when your record is coming in, this is an example. All right, so without further time being took up with me getting my Funk Flex talk on, and you will hear me make this announcement over and over. Yo, John Claiborne, shout out to John Claiborne. We got Grammy Award winners in here today. I gotta put you out there, brother. Sorry. We're gonna go with the first set, and you're gonna hear me periodically continue talking about what it is for those that are just jumping on the P.A.P system. If you got any questions about the P.A.P system, feel free to put it in. Again, this environment and this platform in which I am trying, and not what I'm trying, what we all, because I can't do it without you. This platform and what we're trying to do is to engage insight and education, and we sprinkle it with entertainment. So y'all make it what we make it. You know what I'm saying? So if you got some questions, ask them questions. And if you want to ask a question with your submission, ask it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. I will say we might not rock out 4 hours like I've been doing, but we're going to get to it. All right, first up for the P.A.P system, we have a submission from a brother named Mo Smooth. This song is called Don't Move. And now, the disclaimer when I put up the video, for anybody who saw the video, email it as if you was emailing a professional. And the reason why I said that, it helps with the P.A.P system. And you'll see why. All right, cool. So let's go into this first one. This one is Don't Move by Mo Smooth. You know, if y'all feeling it, let me know what y'all think about it too. I'd love to hear the viewer's perspective. But let's check this out.
Don't move. This the last time I'm telling niggas don't move. You hear the sound, nigga, don't move. This the last time I'm telling niggas don't move. Alright, nigga, don't move. Up close and personal, you get the job done. Then the stars come. Stupid motherfucker, you the R1. Bad shooter, wasn't busted, just flash Ruger. I pull it, dash bullets as fast as Zazu the jab. I used to sell rocks with the hammer. I got a handy brain. Shots hitting your soul for real. Watch the candy rain. I let a motherfucking shot go. It's a bunch of places you should not know. My mind's sicker, you can't box in a line quicker. They think I'm hot cause I'm taking shots with this fine liquor. They all say thinking they can put me in a small rank. I do frame a picture, you get stabbed with a short shank. Gangster to the core, all ligaments gon' fall. Wanna still shine in your grill until you feel like Paul Wall. Used to run the base, some other bitches playing softball. Vegas and Jim Graham, they had us in a loft. Bodies like piranhas, they pay for a new persona. They spray so the cops can find us, vacate. This is not reminders. I put on blinders, them niggas couldn't find us. They rewind us, and everybody see they vaginas. They switch fast quicker, they snitch fast figures. It's just a warning, you bitch ass niggas. Don't move. Don't move.
Alright, y'all. That was Mo Strong with Don't Move. Don't Move. His email was real clean cut. He only had his IG. He had his artist name and the name of the song. So again, I'm looking at it as an executive, not me, Spud, an appreciative person who would take the time to look into this stuff. So that's bare minimum. We're gonna take this to the P.A.P system real quick, so you can get an idea of what happens when a record comes across an A&R desk and they having the discussion with those pitching it. And I want to share something with y'all while y'all on, which y'all might not know. I know y'all think the A&R is the first step, right? Or is the ultimate step to getting a deal. He's like the first step to getting a deal because he has to shop what he believes next, right? He has to shop it. So this is the part a lot of artists don't see. They look at me when I was just doing A&R consulting, like, Spud, bring me in the office, you're Spud, take my music. And I would take their music, and then now I have to present their music. I have to present it to someone, right? And that's where it gets great. So you're gonna see some of the presenting and some of the reasons why it might not work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So let's go into this real quick so y'all can see. So this is the P.A.P system. A record like this most definitely is gonna fall into what? Underground. And the reason why there's 3 categories, right? Mainstream is super clean. Alternative is usually edgy, but it's not too clean and it's not too underground. Underground falls into anything aggressive, hard, a lot of profanity, blah, blah, blah. That's underground. So you can have a rock song that falls into underground. So he gets a 5 for underground. Oh, wait. Let me stop this, and I forgot to tell you how the point system goes. Just having the record is 10 points. You know heard that phrase? Is 10% music and 90% business? You heard that phrase, right? So yeah, just having the record, he gets 10. So you start off the gate with 10. I don't care how nice you are, you start off with 10. This is the business part that they don't tell you why it says it's 90% business. All right, now that I said that, let's get back to that. So he gets a 5 for underground. Now we're gonna go into the listener's perspective. And this is where it gets a little great, because it's subject to the listener, right? But the vibe of the record, it does have kind of a vibe. There is a demographic for it. Is it wide range? No. But he's gonna get a 5 for the vibe. Now the context of the record, I'm not gonna give him a 5 of the context of the record because it doesn't bring anything new to the listener. So he's not gonna get a 5. The look in person, and what the look in person means, because you're a product, I have to see how you look. Now, if y'all heard the post that I put, I said send it with a 1 sheet or something, so I get to see how you look. I don't know how he looks, so he's not gonna get a 5 in look in person. I don't know how he looked, so I can't tell you how this product will move. Moving to the executive side of the map. So originality. Originality does not mean it's never been done. Originality just means, is it what's trending or what's viral right now? So a record like this is not trending, but it's not originality because we have a lot of the drill talking in the same tense, but it's not the same style. So he's not gonna get a 5 on that. Trend factor. We don't know the analytics of this record. We have no clue the analytics of this record because he didn't put it in his one sheet. He gave me no stats. So therefore, he's not going to get a 5 on that. The look on paper, he's not going to get a 5 on that. So now, this is where it gets a little crucial in the production aspect of it all. Mix. He was a little higher than the mix. Now, if we put this in a club and we bang this to the top of its degree, he's gonna be popping through the highs and the mid ranges in our ears, even in these cheap ass headphones that I got on right now, because these ain't studio mounted headphones. So the mix, he's not gonna get a 5. Song structure, I'm gonna give him 5 on the song structure. Look at me, I'm talking crazy. And the look and sound, I'm gonna give him a 5 on the look and sound because I see where it could get placed, right? So right there. That's 20. That's 20, y'all. That's 20. That's 20 plus his 10. So he got 30. Now, again, I got to do a disclaimer. I'm doing a disclaimer. I normally do this on the overall aspect of a complete artist, which is doing it with a record to show example of how this works. All right, so let's go into the grading system now, right? Oh, that's not it. Let's go into the grading system. So now that we're in the grading system, you see the top layers, right? The top layers. There's product, then there's jump start, then there's local, and the percentage range drops from in there. He would fall into the product part. And with the product, I would tell somebody, you have to master the craft of building your record. You have to master the craft of building your record. That's what you have to do when you're in that percentage, which means you're not really prepared to be shopped, and we got to build character. Again, there was a lot of elements missing for how I can judge this artist, but that's how it goes. So now that we got an idea of the P.A.P system, and because it's unfair to the 10% blah blah blah, I'm gonna boost it to 45. You get 45% for just submitting the record. And the reason why I'm doing that, I want to show you, just in case you come out of the product stage, what needs to be applied next. So that's how we're gonna do it today, all right? So right now, I just wanted to give you the real percentage. It's 10% for the submission, and then you gotta get the rest of the percentage to push you over. But today is gonna be 45, all right? So we're gonna go into another example. He actually submitted 2 records, but we're not gonna go into 2 records. We're gonna go into another record real quick and go from there. So remember, now we're going 45. We're going 45. And I'm gonna give a quick rundown so people could get an idea. We got Logic DGC next. Yo, Blocks the God after that. Carlito Black. And then we got Certified. Then we have Codetta next after that. Then we got JR's. Just giving a little bit. No, we're not completely done with submissions, Miss J. We're not. I'll remove it from the pen once I remove it from the pen. All right, this is Logic DGC. I'd like to know what y'all think out there. All right, so check this out.
Architecture.
You should be glad that I medicate. It could get ugly with my mental state. Appreciate, treat it like a public service that I bake. Seeing how the world is, I put it in the air, not to hurl fists. Every toe steady the boat. This is the high road, turn whatever's heavy to a light load. As far back as I could remember, trials and tribulations have been family members. Could have been a casualty, return to sender. Yet every day I get up casually and burn it down to the ember. Weight of the world ain't heavy when you blaze. Get you steady through the maze, avoid the deli and the grave. I mean, weed even tame my road rage. Before I smoke, I'll be ready to explode over slow pace. It's the same old rat race that got us feeling like a rat trapped in plenty space. Anxiety is at its peak when you tryna stay on business and they out there dragging their feet. I keep that THC so that all these frenemies with their treacheries don't affect or get to me. Sesame constrains the sins that sleep deep. Take the right dose to get the high road. You should be glad that I medicate. It could get ugly with my mental state. Appreciate, treat it like a public service that I bake. Seeing how the world is, I put it in the air not to hurl fists. Every toe steady the boat. This is the high road. Turn whatever's heavy to a light load.
I don't smoke, but bitches do. I let them roll a split for two if it's gonna get them in the mood. Take the high road shit, I'll get them chicks some liquor too. Treat them like mailing stamps, I stick them and lick them too.
Yeah, I dig it too. It's cool to smoke some trees. Instead of stressing all day, you should roll and leave. Now I'm not claiming to be a smoker, no, I'm no Khalid, but I am pro Chong and Cheech, so to speak.
Look like I'm about to go to sleep, cause my eyes low. Smoked before I went to sleep, smoked as soon as I woke. Grip the wheel, hitting corners while I blow. So much smoke in the street, it becomes the high road.
Yeah, I give my bitch a light, I keep the fire burning.
The weed be letting you know, call that higher learning.
When I ain't got weed, I'm hot like I'm by the furnace. To take the high road, I roll up without tires turning.
You should be glad that I medicate. It could get ugly with my mental state. Appreciate, treat it like a public service that I bake. Seeing how the world is, I put it in the air not to hurl fists. Every toe steady the boat. This is the high road. Turn whatever's heavy to a light load.
Alright, y'all, that's Logic DGC. Alright, so remember what I said. We're gonna go 45 is the marker, right? 45 is the marker. Let's bring up the P.A.P system. So to test y'all out there to see y'all A&R ears real quick before I go on there. Where y'all think that falls in? Mainstream, alternative, or underground? How y'all feeling before I go on? Because we're gonna make this right here interactive. So wait, I need at least one person. Let me know where y'all think he falls in. You think he falls into mainstream, alternative, underground? Where he getting at? Maybe he falls into more than one. I'd like to hear out there. Anybody. Before we go, I would love to hear from y'all. And then we'll just run down from there. So, that's a good one. He said alternative. So, I like that. Mainstream. Okay, we getting some stuff. We getting some more stuff. Alternative, underground. Now, I'm a freak y'all real quick. A record like this, Smoke records, and I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Smoke records usually go very good, and it's underground, alternative. So he's falling into both of those right there. It won't go mainstream unless it pops. Unless a record like this really takes off, then it transfers into mainstream. Because you can have a gangster song or a song talking crazy violence go mainstream, but out the gate before it pops, it's underground and alternative. So this record is gonna fall in both. So he's getting 5 for that. Now, if you go into the listener, it most definitely has a 5. So he's getting a 5 on the vibe. The context, I'm gonna go with the context. It has a theme. He did have a theme. It's not reckless, so I'm gonna give him a 5 on that. The look in person. Now, this is the interesting part. The look in person, right? So if I'm just gonna pull something up real quick. Let me just fix this real quick, just to show y'all something real quick. I'm not gonna be too long there. All right, let's transfer this window. And if you look at his email real quick, he has a lot of information here about the record, what's going on with him. He has the cover, then he has some promo. So now I get to see right here, I get to see the product. I get to see what that look in person is. And that's very important, y'all. That's very important. So he's gonna get a 5 for the look in person because I see what the product is looking like, right? All right, now on the executive side of the things, originality. It's not really an originality, don't mean it never happened. But a lot of people ain't talking about the smoking as they did or in that rhyme style. So I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna give him a 5 on that. Trend factor. The record is not trending, so he's not getting a 5 on that. And the look in paper. He did send a lot of information, but there's no analytics proving what he's doing. So he's not gonna get a 5 there. Now, this is the very extremely crucial part when submitting to an A&R, the producer side. The mix, he is a little muddy in the mix. And it might not sound bad to us on headphones or online, but when you get to the club and they gotta play the record on the club, or they gotta play it at an arena or the football or the basketball game, this is why the hertz and everything, you think those things don't mean nothing? The 16 bits, 44 megahertz, all those mean something for a reason. So that one right there, I would have mastered. So he's not gonna get a 5 on the mix. Song structure, he's gonna get a 5. And the look and sound. The look and sound, I could go half and half because overall the record does have a good texture. A good texture. So now, that was 45, right? He starts with 45. We're gonna go into the grading. So he started with 45, that's 50, 55, 60. So he got a 60. Now I gave him 45 for the gate, and we still got to 60. 60 is the jump start. Like I mentioned with product, if you're in the product aspect, what the main thing is to build your records. Get your records pumping, start formulating your style and how you want to deliver your message. When you get into Jumpstart, that's when you really have to start exercising your freedom of comfortability with putting your music out. Putting it out, letting your crowd build, letting your crowd, that's what the jump start is, putting your music out. A lot of artists get to this part right here, the jump start part, and then they want to jump skip everything. No, when you get to the jump start part, you have to put your music out. I know y'all be thinking y'all got the hit. I know y'all be thinking y'all got the one. And I'm not going to say you don't got the one. But you don't know if you got a hit, and you don't know if you got the one until you put it out, because the people will pick, and that's why I do the Is It a Smash. People think I do the Is It a Smash just to have a competition. No, it's to show you that you gotta put your record out so you can get a feel of the demographic. And just because people might not like it at that immediate time, that just means that's not your demographic. But if you see something parallel in the people that like it, it tells you a story of your market. Because we be wanting to pick our market. That's not how music works. We don't pick our market. You market to find it. You market to find it. So I gave him 45 and he still got into the 60 jump start range. So now you're getting an idea of some of the importance when you're shopping to an artist to get the leverage for a deal. All right, we're gonna keep the show going. I see there's a few people who asked to skip it. They was like, yo, could we skip the P.A.P system? They wanna just straight up and down skip it. But we're gonna go into next is Blocks the God. All right, where's my YouTube? We gotta pull up the YouTube. All right, so this is Blocks the God, Hand Up Remix. Check this out. Shout out to Blocks. Blocks been putting in work for some time. So check this out, y'all.
They thought I wasn't gonna do it. Fuck that. Blocks, I'm sure you know what time it is. You already know the vibes, right? New York, what's up? Yeah. Niggas keep asking me, what is my name? My name Blocks, here I come through and make it hot. So pay attention, stay focused while I make the drops. Yeah, I'm the hottest in the city, yeah, your mans is not. Yeah, I'm crazy with it, yeah, my balls will leak you. That's an extra clip round that would leave you see through. Yeah, I'm worried about the money, honey. Yeah, I'm feeling a little money hungry. That would tell you not to play with money. I'm a god at this shit, full thought in your bitch. Oh lord, she can spit, goddamn, she a trip. I'ma send her back, cause I'm getting to the money. Ain't no chick with a bitch gonna stop my bag. Man, I'm killing them. Hit the ghost on the road, yeah, the night vision moon couldn't get at us. Yeah, I'm lit as fuck. Yeah, I'm talking about that different high. Yeah, you touch us wrong, niggas light you up. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you need, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you need, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you need, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, what you need, nigga. What's your life like? I can give you the source. All you gotta do is jump up on that Wi-Fi. Watch it fly by. You got a minute and a half to get the time right. This is not a drive-by. I was born for this shit, so I gotta let them know I'm the general, top dog, been alone. So when you call my phone, you better talk about that money. You ain't talking money, why the fuck you call? Yeah, I'm getting to the money, yeah, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, yeah, I'm trying to shine. Yeah, I'm getting to the money, I don't waste the time. Yeah, I'm getting to the money. Blocks now, you know what time it is, man.
Alright, y'all. Shout out to Blocks on that. I want to send a shout out to Miss J and Bars in the Garage podcast. They said underground. and you both are correct. And and before I go, I'm just gonna go through it, but I want to ask the MJMG and Bars in the Garage, why did you say underground? Why? And then I will explain why it is underground and why a record like that will always be underground, but I'll share that anyway. All right, so let's go into that. So he started with 45, right? He got 45 on the mark. Shout out to you on that, my brother. So we're gonna go into underground. He's most definitely underground, like I mentioned. I will explain why. He is underground. Miss Jackson said, wait, maybe alternative hip hop, and I'm explaining why it's not, but I'm just asking to see if y'all know why. All right, so he got underground. We're gonna go into the listener. It's a vibe. The only thing, and again, hold on. Let me stop the music. And let me take the camera down. What we doing today is not ever to discredit anyone. I'm giving you an A&R perspective. So anytime I'm doing this with y'all, please take into consideration why I'm saying it, to give you the overall viewpoint. All right, I just want to say that I had a few people who don't come back on the show because they felt like I dissed them because I didn't like it, or it's not that I don't like it. I'm trying to give y'all the real. All right, so let's get back to the show, right? So the reason why he's not gonna get a 5 on the vibe, A&Rs hate when you jump on other people's beats. They can't do nothing with it. Yes, that's a Jadakiss beat. So you can't do nothing with it. And he said, not original. Yes, not original. You will always be underground on someone else's beat in the music industry. Most definitely. But good work. But I'm giving you an A&R perspective. So he's not going to get a 5 on the vibe. The context, he's not going to get a 5 on that. I did see a picture of him in the YouTube link, so that gives me a looking person, so he gets a 5 for the looking person. Moving over to the executive, he can't get a 5 for the originality because he jumped on somebody's beat, so he's not going to get a 5 on that. Trend factor, he's not going to get a 5, and the look on paper, he's not going to get a 5, right? The mix, we could tighten up the mix a little bit on the vocal end, just a little bit tighter, because again, whenever they listen to music, they're not just thinking about in the car, they're thinking about it in the club, they're thinking about it in Beats headphones, in Apple headphones, and the phone. These are 3 things that you gotta wear. Let me finish this and I'll tell you the 3 things. I'm getting excited, right? So he's not gonna get a 5. Song structure, listening to it is solid on the structure, traditional, he gets a 5 on that. And the look and sound, he can't get a look and sound because why? It's not his beat. So they're gonna overlook that. We're gonna overlook that, right? So that's 45, 50, 55, 60, right? So he got a 60, still got a 60, right? We're gonna go to the grading now. And 60 is past the product going into the jump start. And like I mentioned earlier with the jump start, you gotta, when you in the jump start phase, you gotta put your music out there. You gotta circulate your music, flood it. Stop worrying about who ain't supporting, how it might sound. Put it out there so that way you could jump from the jump start into local act. And if someone jumps into local act, which I hope in the rating system we do, I could tell you what a local act needs to do to get out of local into the radar. And once you in the radar, you go into ready. And once you into ready, you go into leverage. That's the transition of an artist. And when you're in leverage, you can make your negotiation. So that's what you're gonna do. But the reason, like I mentioned, the reason why a record like that will always be on underground is because when you jump on, I learned this hard. When I first came out of prison, I'm gonna go real short into the story. When I first came out of prison, I had a meeting with Jive and RCA, and they loved it, and I gave them my mixtape, which was called I Want In, and I jumped on all the rap beats, and to me, I was like, I'm gonna murder all the rapper beats, the Biggie, the Jay-Z's, I'm gonna murder all these beats and show them I got skills, and I submitted it, and they were like, that's nice. We hear you, that's nice, but that's over 50% of the battle because those beats already take you to a moment. So it's like you could dance on those all you want and you could hardly fuck them up unless you're terrible. And I was like, what? And I walked out of there feeling defeated because I put my hard lyrics. I went at, I was going at Jay, I was going at Big, I was showing my pen, but I had to understand the perspective of the game because they don't give a fuck how nice I was. They want to know, could we sell this shit? Could they sell it with less liabilities? And that's the important thing. So a record like that, when you jump on somebody's beats, use it for marketing. Most definitely marketing. But never send that to an executive. And I'm not saying don't send it to me on the show. Everyone send everything. This is a learning environment. We in the huddle right now. We in the huddle. You see when a football player's doing this? We in the huddle right now so we could get to that work, right? Because they're not telling us this. Shout out to Blocks. Shout out to everybody. So we're going to keep it going. Submissions, I'm locking submissions out. Today's educational purpose. What we said?
Bringing A&Ring right to your phone.
Right there. Right to the phone. We bring A&R right to your phone. All right, next up, we have Certified. I think the song was called In the Valley. I was told what it was called, but I forgot. But we're gonna go into it. This is Certified Gage. He was actually a winner. Where's the song at? Oh, there you go. He was actually a winner. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm skipping. We got Carlito Black. next with We Outside. Is that We Outside? No, Pray For Me. I'm all over the place. I'm so excited. Give me a second, y'all. Let me get this Carlito Black joint going, and then we're gonna go from there. We Outside. Replace. His joint is called Pray For Me, final. Alright, Pray For Me. Alright, so we got Carlito Black, then we got Certified next. I just had to get the series down. The Valley. This is called The Valley. Alright, y'all. And let me know in the feed how y'all feeling, because also, as an executive, they respond to the listeners. So this could give a good learning experience, man. This is why I do the A&R Desk. So check this out, y'all. In the Valley. This is Pray For Me, Carlito Black.
I'm hearing voices in my head, so it's hard to sleep. The same ones that claim they love me, now we out of reach. If you don't like me, keep your distance, we don't gotta speak. Don't disrespect me, I'll go in you and take out your teeth. I hear you talking, but you really need to practice preach. All my niggas looking like we hit the lottery. Y'all been ballin', but y'all looking like you're out of league. Get in your bag, fuck that home invasion robbery. That flame on you, I'll leave that stain on you. I get my old bitch, she gon' run that game on you. She gon' snatch your soul, leave you with your brains on you. I don't love these hoes, it should be the same for you. It ain't necessary, they think it's Jim Carrey. Before you be a boss, you gotta be a secretary. It ain't necessary, they think it's Jim Carrey. Before you be a boss, you gotta be a secretary. Hey, if you love me, then you better never lie to me. Cause love and loyalty, the only thing inside of me. I got your back into the end, ain't no doubt of me. Cause I'ma ride for all my niggas, you can count on me. Oh, homies ain't to never let me go. Watch over me and please protect my soul. Just pray for me, just pray for me, just pray for me. Hey.
Never come for me, you better choose a different route. 9 to 5 with trash, so I cook up in the kitchen out. Mobile like a phone with the work, that's how I get around. Frauds with guns thinking they it, no, they just killer clowns. Had nothing but got something, never got comfortable. If dreams start letting no shots, you know I'm gonna too. Wear a vest if you want, hollow still pull a hole in you. Don't be alarmed, didn't work, and when did I ever snooze? Trials and tribulations, I swear it made me a better dude. Never ever broken by lies, homie, I live the truth. Wildin' out in the islands, my whole gang is incredible. Wildin' out in the islands, my whole gang is incredible. Trials and tribulations, I swear it made me a better dude. Never ever broken by lies, homie, I live the truth. Wildin' out in the islands, my whole gang is incredible. Wildin' out in the islands, my whole gang is incredible.
Hey, if you love me, then you better never lie to me. Cause love and loyalty, the only thing inside of me. I got your back into the end, ain't no doubt of me. Cause I'ma ride for all my niggas, you can count on me. Oh, homies ain't to never let me go. Watch over me and please protect my soul. Just pray for me, just pray for me, just pray for me. Hey. If you love me, then you better never lie to me. Cause love and loyalty, the only thing inside of me. I got your back until the end, ain't no doubt of me. Cause I'ma ride for all my niggas, you can count on me. Oh, hold me tight and never let me go. Watch over me and please protect my soul. Just pray for me, just pray for me, just pray for me. Hey.
All right, I'm seeing underground. I'm seeing people putting up underground and getting to that. Yes, first of all, that's an underground record. We're gonna go right into that real quick. So let's go into the drink. He falls into underground. We established that off the bat. Underground right there, but don't get it wrong. Records can transform and translate into other things, but right now, off the top, that's underground. We're gonna go into the vibe of the record. The record is clean. It's clean. It's sonically good. It does have a vibe. The context of the record is not really what everyone's talking about. It has a storyboard. It's not just like shoot 'em up, bang, bang, I'm the toughest shit in the block, I got all the money. It's kind of like in the middle. So a record like that is going to get a 5 on the context. The look in person. Now, I know how Carlito Black looked. The man won. He won Is It a Smash? You know what I'm saying? He did his numbers, right? He was the first person to get the artist direct. Shout out to Buddha, who gonna get that next, right? He was the first, so I know how he looked. But again, I'm talking as an exec, right? So I don't know how he looked. His email, there's no one sheet. It just got an email and his record. So I don't know how he looks. So he's not going to get a 5 in the look in person. Originality, again, it's not. Originality doesn't mean it has never been done. It just means it's not what's trending. So I'm going to give him a 5 on that because that type of vibe is not really just the trend thing right now, right? Trend factor, he's not going to get a 5 for that. And the look in paper, he's not going to get a 5 on that because I don't have the analytics. Again, there's no one sheet giving me no rundown on what he has. Let's go into the mix. I'm going to give him a 5 on the mix. I would have tightened up the auto-tune on Homeboy. That's just the engineer in me. Now I'm nitpicking, right? I'm nitpicking. That's just the engineer in me. But I'm going to give him 5 on that because it was sonically good. And that's one thing I didn't say. The 3 things to look out for your music. I'm going to say that after this. Song structure, he's going to get a 5 on song structure. And the look and sound. And I know I say the look in person for the listener. That's how they look in image. The look in paper in the executive column, that's the analytics. That's how it goes. You know, how good it's doing, what's going on. And the look in sound. The look in sound is how it sonically feels. Does something jump out over here that seems out of place? You know, you ever heard like G Herbo rap and then it just drops out and he's offbeat a little bit? And the look and sound is how the record sonically feels. And he's gonna get a 5 on the look and sound. All right, so let's go to the board. We started with 45. That's 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So he got an 80. That's a high hit. That's a high hit on the 80, right? So if you look at where 80's at, and I'm glad we got out of this, the top few, so that way we can get an idea what 80. 80 is radar. When you on the radar, that's when you got to get your face, no longer your record, your face everywhere. So you got to do them shows. You got to get to any podcast, do any interview, do anything you can do to get your face out there when you are in the radar aspect. And again, I have to give a disclaimer, y'all. This is on the record. This system is, I gotta keep saying that. This system is how we look at a complete artist. So the overall aspect of an artist. I'm just giving an example. The reason why I keep saying that, I had a few people who came on the show before for the P.A.P system, got high ratings, and then proceeded to say, all right, so when you walking me in and what we doing, and I'm like, whoa, this is educational. You're not at that mark because we got to do the whole entire artist. So I just wanted to show that. So he was at radar. So that's what he'll have to do. Get his face in front of everything when you're on radar. I know he skipped local act, and I'll share what you got to do when you're a local act. But artists, if you're crossing into the A&R space and want your music to be heard, 3 things you got to listen for, right? 3 things you got to listen for. Your phone. How it plays on your phone. Apple phones focus on the clarity of the vocals and a little bit of the beat, but the clarity. So check your phone. Put it in your car, which is a little exaggerated on the lows and a little bit of your mid ranges, but you want to see how it sounds in the headphone, the phone, your phone, whether it's your iPhone or Android phone. See how it plays from your phone, the car, and then regular Bud headphones. Don't put them in Dre Beats, bro. Don't put them in something that's gonna overly stress the sound. You gotta put it in those joints. And of course the studio, right? But guess what? 90% of the time it's gonna sound good in the studio. Because they can manipulate their low ends with the sub. And they could do a lot. Those are the 3 things you wanna play your music on to figure that out. Just a little tip. And I'm not gonna say that's the Trinity rule of thumb, but if it sounds good in those 3, it's gonna sound good in a club. Trust and believe. It's gonna sound. If you got an issue with how it sounds on your phone, if you got an issue with how it sounds in a car, you're gonna have issues when you get to the club. Alright, I wanna keep going right now. So this one, now we're going into the certified. This is the certified song right here. The Valley, right? This song is called The Valley. Let me get this going real quick. Let's get that going. Yeah, this one is called The Valley. Just want to make sure I kind of mixed that up last one. Shout out to everybody who submitted. Shout out to everybody. I hope you're gaining some type of insight that you could use and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely. And Ms. Jackson said, if anybody want a one-on-one P.A.P, if anybody want a deep dive, and I want to stop right there. If anybody want a deep dive, and what a deep dive is, we do a deeper look into your analytics. Like I really go into your analytics, show you what countries are looking out for you, where your Instagram is, what's your top posts, why, what hashtags you could use, what notable people are following you, and I give you like what's how your Spotify is going, if your retention rate is low. We could dig deep into that. These are the tools that I use with A&R Consulting, with Universal Records. I'm actually been offering it to individuals so they could get an idea of what they are. All right, let's go right into Certified Gauge. I might speed this up because you're kind of getting an idea of the P.A.P system. And a few people that submitted are not here. So I'm trying to get to the people who are here just to show love. I think that's cool. If you spending your time with me, I'm going to spend my time with you. So we just going to go into this one real quick. I don't think I'm going to do a P.A.P on this one, y'all. Just for the vibe. Let them know what you think. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I worked hard for my spot, didn't expect favors. Right now, I can see the skeptics, speculators. Know I'm built for success, but they expect failure. On the sideline, watching, look at the spectators. If I do the work now, I get the credit later. So watch me rise to the top without an elevator. Yeah, my life is a bitch, but I'll impregnate her. Yo, Gage, fuck that, press the detonator. See, I ain't coming in peace, I'm coming to check haters. I'ma take what I need and get the rest later. I'm going harder than y'all, gotta be much greater. I'm taking no days off, I get my rest later. See, I ain't coming to play, I'm getting my grind on. I mean business, my nigga, money, my mind on. I'm going harder than y'all, gotta be much greater. I'm taking no days off, I get my rest later. For the first time ever, every single thing I envision is vivid. Running at top speed, you niggas is feeling winded. Shit, I'm wealthy in lyrics and searching for recognition. Like, do you hear the beat of you boys listen to lyrics? In the booth, I Clark Kenneth, I think it's time to reveal it. Frying pan flow, boy, look at how I skill it. So driven and so committed to win it. Could jump in the pool full of sharks and start swimming. Shit, guaranteed that I'ma make it across. Cause I never been content with taking the loss. So in the water, I'm a monster on that Loch Ness shit. Wouldn't let me in the door, I pick lock that shit. I got food for thought, no process shit. My song's so deep, they gotta process shit. But you're acting like a nigga ain't supposed to shine. Like I ain't in the booth putting in that overtime. Look, I came from the bottom, son. I represent the cotton field my great-grand picked cotton from. Keep going, even when I feel exhausted. Talking to the souls of Alvin and Jimmy Morgan. I see liquor, then I see my pop's face. Cause that 80 proof determined my pop's fate. But I didn't cry sitting at my pop's wake. I'm the chosen one, don't tell me I'm not great. Cause niggas know I'll go beast, ain't time I rhyme. Turning rich rappers' feast to a Ramadan. Turn your pretty daydream to a dark night. Turn your little catered dinner to a bar fight. I don't give a fuck, probably never will. Only thing I care about is getting better still. Only thing I care about is being a good father to my daughter. Then a nigga getting cheddar still. It's for niggas who feel my pain, yeah. It's for my niggas who ain't here. Rest in peace. Switch, rich. Man, I did it for y'all, this is it. Yeah, I feel joy, feel pain. Sun shining on a nigga, still feel rain. Feel joy, feel pain. Sun shining on a nigga, still feel rain. Damn, I feel like crying, this is my moment. Flow like vintage wine, sound fine, don't it? Man, the flow like making Noah's Ark. I made my way out the dark. I know we up in the ghetto, but one day we gon' be about. I'm about to beat the odds, watch how shit even out. But y'all don't feel my hurt, so before a nigga leave B-Hawk, take him to church.
Let the rain fall down on me. Let the sun shine on me. Let me rise so I don't touch the ground. I'm trying till I reach the stars. I'm trying to grow so I could go
All right, y'all, that was Certified Gauge with The Valley. I see a lot of y'all was feeling that, right? So that is an example of work in sound, like how the look and sound that we was mentioning early. That is a good example of what that is, the look and sound. I'm not gonna P.A.P. Smith that P.A.P. Smith. I ain't gonna P.A.P. system that. I ain't gonna do that one. We're gonna go straight into track 10. I'm gonna play a few joints, just vibe out. Again, if y'all got a question about the P.A.P. system, any question, if your music was played and you want some information, please feel to ask that. If you got an A&R question, please ask that. I want to send a big shout out to Frex, I See You, and Patty Cake. Shout out to y'all for jumping on. All right, we're gonna keep it going. The next one, I'm gonna do another P.A.P. system grading just to give y'all a different idea, and then I'm gonna choose one, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna be that A&R in the office that's hard to crack, so you can get an idea of how they think. Because I do be playing it nice and fair with y'all, because I'm trying to truly A&R it. But some of your favorite A&Rs, I'm gonna show y'all how they be, and you might not like them after that. But this is track 10. I'm not sure of the name. Oh, Hopeful. This is called Hopeful. JC Cordetta. Shout out to 730 in the building. Let's check this out, y'all. My mouse moving slow.
Boy, DJ TKO. And right now you're tuned into the Dungeon Music Project, the mixtape by my boy JC Cordetta. Let's go, JC.
What's poppin', cuttin' on nothing, you know I'm grinding still. If you could see it, you could be it, keep a mind of steel. And only steel sharp and steel, that's why I'm calling you. I heard you play my song today and that was honorable. Let me know if I could do something to honor you. You brought hope to the hood like Obama do. And like your mama dude, you always had a big heart. Help the brother with the puzzle pieces like a jigsaw. I spit raw like Pablo Escobar's flip. When you heard me spit hot, you told me that was hard flip. I hope I'm making sense, I ain't trying to bug you out. Burn the bridges behind you, don't take another route. Gotta follow your heart, dog, and hit it big. I die for this shit, if not, I wouldn't be fit to live. We all humans, ain't perfect, come with a lot of flaws. But this from me to you, Brody, my hockey top.
You somebody I can lean on, I might call on your name. So many people got taken away. You somebody I can go to and tell you my pain. Oh, I know it ain't easy, but that's okay.
Dog, I still miss you. Still feel like it ain't been that long since they took you. There's still so many things we never did, we said we would do. Like, dog, I still miss you. Still feel like it ain't been that long since they took you. There's still so many things we never did, we said we would do. Like, dog, I still miss you. Still feel like it ain't been that long since they took you. There's still so many things we never did.
I don't know what's going on, but we gonna get this straight. My mouse is tweaking. Oh, there you go.
She still treat me like her son too. Smoking blunts in your backyard, sipping Henny like it's punch juice. Remember summer afternoons, laying these drum loops where you hit the homegirls up to bring their friends like baby come through. Dog ways, how we grew up in the Bay. Remember making our first rack and dropping it on our first chains. Ain't thought about you much, but you come up whenever it rains. Small success as of late, bittersweet, that's how it tastes. Look, and I can never take your place, but I'ma hold it down. These kids been looking up to me like I'm big homie now. I know this music saved my life and you showed me how. My only wish is that it saved you too. Feel like an only child.
You somebody I can lean on, I might call on your name. So many people got taken away. You somebody I can go to and tell you my pain. Oh, I know it ain't easy, but that's okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, I hope you're listening. I know you heard my last prayer, it's your kid again. You know the one who fell in love with this hip-hop. The one from the block where he seen kids shot. Left him shell-shocked, but he kept the faith. Even when he heard Auntie Deidre got raped. The one who caught a case sentenced to a long day. Driving down the wrong way, sadly brought his mom pain. All alone in his cell, you was there with him. Gave him hard punishment because you cared for him. May your will be done on earth like it is in heaven. Our deepest fears that we powerful beyond measure. Thank you for Biggie Smalls, thank you for Nipsey Hussle, Tupac, Big Pun, all of them nice brothers. This rap shit saved my life, it's all I ever knew. I'm a Cordetta, so quitting something I'll never do.
You somebody I can lean on, I might call on your name. So many people got taken away. You somebody I can go to and tell you my pain. Oh, I know it ain't easy, but that's okay.
Shout out to JC Cordetta. Always coming to vibe. People was liking that one. We're gonna move it along a little bit. I think y'all getting the idea of the P.A.P system, right? We got the P.A.P system. So I'm just giving y'all some vibes, letting y'all vibe with some music, getting some music heard. I know, just like Justin Bieber and Chance the Rapper. People are feeling that. My mouse and the setup is, technology works until it doesn't, right? So it's giving me a little problem. I had this problem before. I think I just gotta buy a new Bluetooth mouth. I don't know what's going on with that. But shout out to everybody who submitted. Again, if you got any questions, feel free. Before we continue, before we go into the next one at that, I want to do an announcement. Damn, why my mouse slowing up my whole set, bro? Conflicts we gotta face. Alright, I want to send a big shout out to MG Presents. Look at that right there. This is the Experience Kit album. It's out right now. Check it out, y'all. I want to send a big shout out to MJMG. It got the whole entire kit package. It got some treats. And if you don't know what the kit package is, right? If you don't know what it is, this is it right here, bro. This is your music. It goes right to your device. And not only does it come with music, it comes with videos, content, pictures, a whole bunch of stuff, so you get a backstory of what's going on. So shout out to MG Presents, and I'm not just bigging it up because I executive produced it and all that, but that was Miss Jackson's total project right there. Check that out right now. We're gonna go into a song from the project right now called 3 in the Morning. This is a JR's record off the project. My mouse wanna be crazy right now, but we're not gonna let that stop the show. After this video, I'm gonna see if I could work out the kinks. But check this out, y'all. The Experience, check it out on every streaming platform. It's dope. It's dope. So check out this song, 3 in the Morning. As soon as this mouse stop playing with me, bro. Alright, check this out, y'all.
It's 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I ain't somebody calling me. I pick up and I answer. Oh yeah, it's the lady from NYG. She asked me was I sleeping. I wanna know the reason. Yeah. So so much further. Intrusive thoughts, don't keep them inside. I'm surprised you hit me up. Hit me when you get out front. Girl, you calling me this time of night. What's on your mind? She said she wanna chill with me and catch a vibe. Already got my keys and bag to stay the night. I know it's late, but baby, is it alright? It's 3 in the morning. I hear somebody calling me. I pick up and I answer. It's the lady from NYC. She asked me was I sleep. I wanna know the reason. Yeah. So tell me. I know you ain't calling me for nothing this late. She told me she been thinking about a nigga all day. If that's the case, baby, what did you say? If I would've knew, I would've slipped by your way. You got something to say.
All right, y'all. I'm quizzing y'all right now. What's that? What that falls under? Is that mainstream, underground, alternative? What y'all feel about that? What y'all feel about it? We're gonna run a P.A.P on that one because it was different from all the other ones. I just want to get everybody's perspective on that before we move right along. How y'all feeling about that one? What y'all think that falls under? John Claiborne said mainstream. Anybody else wanna take? Everybody wanna take on that? Anybody wanna take on that? Mainstream for a fact. Everybody saying mainstream for a fact. Come on, let's bring it. Is that what we going for? Mainstream. Everybody says mainstream. How they be like going once, going twice. Sold mainstream. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Right? So that record like that, I would most definitely push for mainstream because I see the commercial base to it, right? But in the office, they would give it a little mainstream, but they would go alternative. You know why? Context of the song. It's a sex song. Now, not saying sex songs don't go mainstream. I'm not saying where it can go. Where it can go is different from where we talking at a table. So I would give it 2 5s. I would give it the mainstream and alternative. Me off the gate. Mainstream and alternative because of the context of the record. But to be honest with you, in the office, they would try to sway more alternative because of the context. Love stories, heartbreak. Love stories and heartbreak, always mainstream. Hardship, tough talk, gangster, that goes into underground, and everything in the middle. When it's like sex, a little bit of drugs, like that G-Eazy, it went mainstream. But G-Eazy was, but Miss Jackson said mainstream equals sex. In most things it does. But not all the time. Especially when you're sitting in the office. And the office is completely different. But I'm gonna do, just for play's sake, we're gonna go into the P.A.P system. Pat, what's going on? And go from there. I'm having a real hard time, so bear with me. My mouse is tweaking. It's like it's drunk. But in the listener aspect, we can all agree it's a vibe. It does have a good feel vibe. Even if you don't listen to it, it has a vibe, right? So he's gonna get a 5 on that, right? So let me just tally this real quick. He got 2 5s already. He gets a 5 for vibe. Context of the record. I like the record. He's talking about 3 in the morning. How many of us haven't experienced that call in 3 in the morning sometime in our life, right? So he's gonna get a 5 on that. And the look in person, he's not gonna get a look in person because I don't know how he looked. I do know how he looked, but his email didn't have anything, no one sheep, so he's not gonna get a look in person because I'm going if I don't know him, right? Executive, originality, he's gonna get a 5 for the originality. Why? because it's not what everybody's commonly doing, and how he put it together is super dope, right? Is it getting a trend factor? No, because the record's not trending. And the look in paper, we have no analytics on paper. All right, now we're gonna go into the mix of the record. The mix sounds good. Sonically, the record feels good, right? So he gets a 5 on that. Song structure, of course he's gonna. The way he structured it, even down to the bridge, he had the traditional songwriting technique, and he did it well, especially the bridge. When he did it, hey, that part I feel like I could sing, right? So he gets a 5 on that. And then the look and sound, we all agree, the look and sound, he gets a 5, right? So I probably missed a 5 of that. I'm just giving you an example, right? We're gonna go into the grading. So he started with 45. At 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, right? 85. We're gonna push it. We're gonna push it to a, I think we did ready already, right? Already. No, we're gonna go into ready. So I'm gonna say he has a 90, just for sense, right? Just for sense, right? So when you're ready, and not radar, because when you're in radar, you got to get your face out there. You got to get your face. Like we gave the example with Carlito Black. He fell into the radar with his record. So when you're in radar, your record is already getting on. Now you got to put the face to the record. A lot of times we hear the record booming, like, who's that? We don't know who that is. So that's what radar is. When you're ready, now you got to prepare for your song structure. You got to have. This is a mistake a lot of people do. When you go to a show or interview, you got to have one song that you never said before ready, right? One song ready, and you got to have your performance. When you are in ready, I know it's in radar. I'm just pushing it to ready, Ms. J, to give an example. We already spoke about radar. Carlito Black was in radar. But when you're in ready, you have to really get your performance. Because when you're ready, selling the records, we record records, right? Every artist that's on right now, we go in the studio and we mess up and we punch in, and then we leave the studio with this final thing, this final product, and it's fire, it's dope, it's a banger. And then we don't rehearse the song, right? We don't practice or move to the song, right? We put the record out and then we on to the next song and the next song. And then when you're ready, they be like, all right, let's go to tour tomorrow. You gotta have that song down. You gotta have the feeling of the record. You gotta be the record when you're ready. You spend all this time formulating the good projects. When you're ready, you have to be the music. That's what ready is. You have to be the music. When I see you spit, when I see you sing, you better be the music. I gotta believe it's in your soul. Not that you're a great writer or a great recorder. A lot of us are great recorders, and I'm not saying that to diss anyone. I'm saying we don't take the time to really invest in being the music, because you are the product. Remember this, y'all. You are the product, not your song. Your song is the service. You are the product. So when they're investing in you, they want you to service. To service. You have to service. And I always give this example. Right? Service, right? If I don't care how nice I am as a plumber, if I come to your spot and I'm smelling like beer, and I come in and my tools are in the car, and I come in and I'm like, yo, where's that? And I go in and I look in the toilet. It don't matter how nice I am. You looking at me because I'm a service you, right? You looking at me and you be like, nah, this is a liability. This ain't gonna work. This is the same thing with your music, y'all. I don't care how nice your music is. They are investing in you, right? So that when you in ready mode, and don't wait to be in ready mode to be like that. Be your music. That's what we got to do, y'all. Be your music. All right. I see a question. I'm going to get to that question after this next record, right? We got another record. I'm going to give a rundown right now how we're going to go into this. Spud, to submit. No, it's not Spud at Spud Brooklyn. It's The Desk at Spud Brooklyn. I'm open for just beats. Yes, I am open for just beats. It's Spud. I wasn't going to take any submissions, but I'll take a submission because right now we kind of bouncing around the P.A.P. We got an idea of how the P.A.P. system works. So right there on the top, The Desk at Spud Brooklyn, submit. I'm going to try to get to it. All right. So we're going to go, I'm going to give a rundown right now of those that's on. We got right now we're going to go into Vibes. That is Bars Robinson featuring myself. Then we're going to go into Buddha Mac he wants a grading system, and then we're gonna go into DM the most. We're gonna go into DM the most, and then from there we'll bounce around a little bit. I got some time. We're gonna bounce around a little bit, and love ATX, love at X. I'm gonna look for that beat. I'll close it out with that. If you could get it over to me right now, I'll close it out real quick. All right. We do got a question. That's how you know he a real A&R professional, by his email alone. He said by his email alone. You know what I'm saying? Most definite. He said no grading for me. He said nah. He said no grading for me. All right. So we're gonna go into vibes. I need one record to be. I don't want to say the asshole A&R. I need one record. Who wants to volunteer? This sound like we about to bust somebody's head open, right? Who want to volunteer to have a record A&R'd the way some of these A&Rs be in the office that I gotta fight with? And I don't think people realize how hard I be fighting for artists in the office or standing up for us as artists. But I want to give an example of how matter of fact, I'm gonna play one of my own records, and I'm gonna asshole A&R my own record, to be fair. How about that? All right, y'all. So check this out. This is Vibes. This is Bars Robinson featuring myself, Spud Brooklyn. Check it out. This mouse is hurting me. All right.
Okay, now can we vibe? I'm really different with my vibes, so they be vibing out. Dog, I'm never slacking on my side, we be really working. Just to confirm on my side, we be really working. I know some people who be talking, that we call that yapping. And I don't never snap back, they already capping. I'm really me, I don't pretend, just know that I'm invested. Just trying to be a better man, but I need better methods. I'm standing in the light, but nothing's ever what it seems. Don't let them shadows dance and whispers, you know silent dreams. You know them colors blend and blur, has the time to climb. The truth be wrapped up in illusions, corners of my mind. Hey, they say I'm really shining, yeah, you know big motion. Really working analytics, we gon' keep you posted. Yeah, they know I had it locked. When they blocked, they couldn't knock me. Now we putting points up on the board. Look at how we dropping. Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe?
Hey, yo, boss. I've been a vibe since yay high. Now I got Ye's mine. You ain't got the answers, I sway off baselines. I move through New York back and forth like A-lines. Maserati Spud, telecourts, I done paid mine. From Denimore I fought, all the malls I bought, A&Rs I taught. I could talk that talk in every yard I walk. I knew the game gon' pause, so I paid that off. Now the course is different, and the course is different. And the cost of living, that's a Jew, we did it. So them champagne wishes to president positions. Cheers to the life, only greatness predicted. Need I say more? Go and post it all. You know the story, 24 is gone, so you see it online, it's illa in real time. Hey yo, bars, run that last line.
Okay, can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe?
This a whole vibe, no need in a cosign. Better whole lives and keeping it archived. Live life grind and hitting a rewind. Live life grind and hitting a rewind.
That's Bars Robinson featuring myself. I'm my biggest fan. When I hear myself, I don't know about y'all. I hope y'all this way, but when I hear myself, I be reciting bars to myself like I don't think people understand. I was like, yo, Denimore I walk, all the malls I bought, to the A&Rs I taught. Oh shit, bro. You know, I don't even know why I said. I don't even know how I said that, bro. I love my music. I could be my only fan, bro. I make music for me. Straight up. All right, we're gonna go right along. This is Money Talks. Hey Buddha, this is Buddha. Hey Buddha, you know it's always love. Could I do the A&R? My mouse, bro. I think it's time for a new mouse. Could I do the I don't want to say the asshole A&R. Let me take that back. The A&R who's just locked to the office. The office A&R, not the passionate, creative A&R. The office A&R. Can I be the office A&R on this one? He said, yes, sir. All right, y'all, check this out. This is Money Talks, and let's check this out.
Yeah. Yeah. Money talk, bullshit work, let's be clear about it. Yeah. Money talk, bullshit walk, let's be clear about it. You say it's on, I ain't certain, I clearly doubt it. Foot to pedal, if ain't a bad destination, reroute it. You say you love me, don't just say it, let me hear you shout it. Another week like other weeks on the road again. The bag was only in the water, I grow a fin. If a bear try and take your honey, blow up his den. That mean if a nigga try to rob, get the pole and sin. I think you gave me, if you don't get me, then it's over your head. Rule of thumb, no beef, our bitches only over the bread. One plate, two plate, everyone get fed. Loose lips, sink ships, cut his tongue for what he said. Money talk, bullshit walk, let's be clear about it. You say it's on, I ain't certain, I clearly doubt it. Foot to pedal, if ain't a bad destination, reroute it. You say you love me, don't just say it, let me hear you shout it. Buzz downs on my neck and they shine so bright. I got a question about your diamond, why they need so much light? What goes around comes around, out of mind, out of sight. You heard what Bama said, if I'm wrong, I could've been right. We hold on to prolong this life that we live. Doing in a cell, thinking about shit you shouldn't have did. Fast and furious on the road, cut the traction and skid. Going once and twice, sold to the highest of bids. Money talk, bullshit walk, let's be clear about it. You say it's on, I ain't certain, I clearly doubt it. Foot to pedal, if ain't a bad destination, reroute it. You say you love me, don't just say it, let me hear you shout it. Money talk, bullshit walk, let's be clear about it. You say it's on, I ain't certain, I clearly doubt it. Foot to pedal, if ain't a bad destination, reroute it. You say you love me, don't just say it, let me hear you shout it.
So that was Buddha Mac. Yo, JRs, we just played you, bro. You wasn't even here, we played you. Shout out to JRs. We are closing the night out, my brother, so we're not taking any more submissions. The show is basically over, but I was just giving one last thing, and then I'm gonna go into DM the most, and then we're gonna close it out with Genesis. I believe that's the submission that I got. JK, excuse me, JK. That's what Love ATX beat. We're gonna close it out with that beat. But it's a man thing, fire. Yeah, they loving that. Yeah, we was bumping that, bro. We was bumping that. Alright, we're gonna go into this one, and again, I'm gonna try to channel the Office A&R. It's very hard because I can't stand how they work. But I'm gonna channel it just to give you an idea, and I'm gonna give context to it. I'm not just gonna leave you blinded. Alright, so let's go into that, right? Alright, let's stop the music for this part right here. Alright, so mainstream, alternative, underground. This is gonna fall into alternative. It's gonna go into alternative. He's not really talking too hard. He is talking about money. Money is something that goes in alternative. It really does. So he gets a 5 for the alternative. We're going straight into that. And I'm gonna keep the 45. He starts with 45. You know, it's usually 10. But we're gonna skip the 45. Now, on the listener's aspect, the vibe, it is a vibe. It does have a cool sense. I see the fire. It makes me want to smoke. I don't even smoke. People think I do, but I don't even smoke. So he's gonna get a 5 on that. Now, he's not gonna get a 5 on the context. Because an Office A&R is gonna look at the context about money talks. They always looking at artists like you always talk about, especially rappers. They lock us into my gun is bigger. This is what I want y'all to see me for this. This is what I sat in the office and heard. There's 3 things that they really formally just round about an artist. My gun is bigger, I got more money than you, or my pussy the bomb. That's how they be looking. And that's nothing new. If you look at a lot of artists that really take off and they invest money in, merges that, but has that commercial bound base. I mean, if you look at the Drakes, if you want to go backwards, right? If you don't even want to go at the Drakes, and then you go at the Maces, and you go at the 50 Cents, and then you go at the Jay-Z's, and you go at all those that sat at the pinnacle, you sit at the pinnacle, you see how they merge those elements, because it's a demographic of it, but they bring it to Z100. You know what I'm saying? They bring it to that station that won't do it, and they commercialize it. So, all right, let me get back. I got sidetracked here. All right, so he's not going to get a 5 on context. The looking person, he's not going to get a 5. I know how he looks. But if they don't know how he looks, they're not even doing it. Originality, they're not going to give it a 5. And be like, it's not original. It doesn't come with no text of anything else. It's talking about money. That's the rapper's favorite go-to, money. Trend factor, he's not going to get a 5. Look on paper, there's no analytics, he's not going to get a 5. The mix, now this is where they get crucial on the mix. And this is the part I hate about the mix, right? You have, and I'm being transparent with y'all. To burp real quick. I'm going to be transparent with y'all. This is the part I hate about the music industry. I've presented music to people who are not engineers, who don't know about the blood, sweat, and tears of artistry, none of that. They're going to sit there and tell me, yeah, but you could have put a delay here. I could have put a delay here. Like, what? Yeah, the reverb, is it too low? Do you know what the fuck reverb? I be getting tight. So, A&R would be they always want to challenge the mix. Even when the shit is tight, and if it don't capture the look on paper, which is analytics, they always attack the music. I'm telling y'all the truth. If you don't have analytics, the next thing they're gonna do is attack your music, and they always gonna say, this is so true, they always gonna say, it sounds good, but it ain't radio ready. You know why they say it ain't radio ready? What the fuck is radio ready? Y'all can tell I be so mad. What is radio ready, bro? Tell me what radio ready, because I heard Busta Rhymes' last album, and it ain't mixed well. They ain't mastered a few tracks. I could point out records that we dancing to and all that, they over the beat, muffled, a lot of things is messed up. I can hear the punch, all that. But they look past it because of analytics. So he's not going to get a 5 on the mix. He's not going to get a 5 on the song structure. And the look and sound, they won't even give him the look and sound because he didn't even hit the mix in their eyes with no analytics. So if he came in with 45, I gave him a 5 for the vibe, and I gave him a 5 for for underground. So he came in with 55. That's a 55 right there. Now imagine if he was at a 10 and he got the 5 or the other 10. That would have left him at 20. He didn't even hit the 50% mark. Let me go to the grading. He didn't hit the 50% mark to even be considered a product. And this is how they be looking at artists. This is why when artists come to me and say, Spud, take me into the office, it's not that I don't fuck with you. I know what you up against, and I'm trying to prepare you and tell you something. You be like, nah, but I'm the next one. They don't care about the next one, bro. They don't care about the next one. And they be mad when I do this. I can't tell you how many times. All right, I'm gonna put you onto something. And I see there's some questions. I'm gonna see some questions, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick, and this is I'm really supposed to be stuck under NDA for this. I was offered by Universal to close my studio down, and they would pay me a salary to have my studio down because I was interrupting. My clock came up. I was interrupting, being that I worked with them. I was interrupting the set because they can't fire me. They can't actually do anything to me. That's how the game is, bro. So I be up here, and one dude who's an A&R, shout out to him at Warner, he said, yo, Spud, you jeopardize your access doing this. Is it paying? Is you charging, or is it paying out for? Are you making a lot of money from this? And I was like, nah, I'm not making no money from this. And he said, yo, bro, you bugging. I'm not bugging because I love the art, bro. I love the art. I love seeing us work. I love seeing us growing, but we gotta learn. I was just like that until I got into the office, till I broke into and I saw what they were doing. I was like, yo, I gotta come back and tell the people because they don't even know what they up against. So that's why I do the show, yo. But I see there's some questions. When do you normally take submissions, Carter? I usually put the video out on what the show is going to be based. Every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. we're on. Every week it's a different show. Last week somebody won Pro Tools. We actually had a Pro Tools giveaway. We actually going to have that again. We're going to have a Pro Tools giveaway and an FL Studio giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. I might do the Pro Tools giveaway next week, but you got to follow the rules. I usually put a video out that day or the day before about what the rules is for that competition, and usually that's the Is It a Smash. Ms. Jackson said, how important is a digital EPK when shopping? EPK is extremely important. I'm gonna share something with y'all that I probably should not be sharing with y'all, right? I'm gonna grab my phone. Like I just read that. I'm gonna grab the phone and show y'all something, right? And I'm gonna try to block the name out because this person is an executive, and I don't want our text messages to get too crazy, but I do want you to see. So I'm gonna block the message, right? He sends me an artist, right? He sends me an artist. I don't know if y'all could read it, right? But it says, yo, Spud, this person is solid. They make 1.5 million on streams. They pull in, he said they pull in, where's right here? They pull her 400, oh shit, I don't hide the name. They pull in 400K. That's how much money they making. Independent. Money they making. He's like, I'm coming to you. I'm telling you seriously. And he says, I'm coming to you because you know what to do. And this is what I say. Look what I say right here. She makes 400K. She makes 400K, y'all. And she's getting all these streams. And this is what I say to this person because I know what I'm up against. And I'm going to see if I could. I said, does she have a one sheet? If that don't tell you how important electronic press kit is, bro, I don't know what to tell you. With all that, she makes almost $500,000 independent. This executive is telling me, Spud, let's shake out. The first thing I ask, does she have a one sheet? Which a one sheet is usually an electronic kit, a press kit, which is basically a resume of who you are, what you did. It gives a little breakdown because when I present it to the label for the investment, it's just like having a business plan. It's like going to the bank. I don't care if you got the brightest idea in the world and you say, I need a loan because I saw this lot in my neighborhood and I'm gonna build a taco store right there. And my neighborhood is predominated with people who love tacos. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't even want to hear, yeah, but independently, right? I sell 75,000 tacos. With your money, I could sell 700. I could sell 9 million more. They're gonna be like, all right, so write it all out to us and let us see. And that's why it's important to have a press kit, bro. That's how important it is. Even with all that, she needed a press kit. All right, I'm gonna scroll back down to see before we close out with that record. Our track sent, it's not clean. It's all right, my brother. He said he has a point. A lot of great records are technically garbage. Mind playing tracks, Ghetto Boys, fire record, bad mix. Yes, that's a good one. You dug in the crates on that one. Mind playing tricks on me. It's very muddy, but the record took off. He said, I'm definitely gonna look out. All right, cool. And then MJMG said, not the only trying to make us change up. We are asking to change the name for the A&R. Yeah, I'm sorry. I read that all chopped up. It does. So everything that I'm sharing, y'all, I'm not going to say I know it all. I'm never going to say I know it all. But I know what I do know, and I'm just trying to share that with y'all. So when I ask y'all, do y'all have questions, utilize that. I can't stress to y'all how important that could be. Because when I was coming up, ain't nobody share nothing. I had to bump my head. I had to sneak in through a few windows and basements. Even break a few studios. I actually had to break a few studios. Yeah, There's a few records that got stolen. But anyway, that's just a rundown of how it be in the office. How it be in the office. Alright, so we got I'm gonna go into DM the Most. We downloading that. We're gonna download that one, and then we're gonna close it out with Love. My computer. Where we at? Oh, Love ATX. We're gonna go into Love ATX after that. This is gonna be the DM the Most. And again, if we have any questions before we close out, feel free to do that. But let's get into some music. I was running my trap a little bit. I got real aggressive.
Damn, this shit sound crazy. It sound good though. Crazy good though. Yeah. Floss on the track though. Yeah, I see you, nigga. Some smooth shit. Yeah. I feel like the weight of the world is heavy on my mind. Every step a nigga take, I try to leave that shit behind. So tonight, I got a plan. A secret rendezvous in a secret little town, in a secret hotel room with a view. It's so pretty, like the lady that's with me. She my escape from the pain. She never say that she busy. She always take me away. That's why I'm taking her with me. Where we make love in the country, but then we fuck in the city. If I'm Bobby, she with me. If I go left, she go get me. If I face the whole world, and she facing it with me. If I ever taste the fame, then she tasting it with me. And if I say I need you, girl, she tell me, Daddy, come get me. We
just
gone.
me and my bitch. Just 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 me and my bitch.
Yeah. All these bills coming back to back, a nigga can't even rest. Thank God that I don't cry about shit and the niggas still blessed. No niggas took the wrong route whenever they feel stressed. Put they all up in this world, but in return you get the less. Always wanna question God, but I got faith if this is a test. Put my eggs up in one basket, can't get mad about the nest. Got some shit I gotta die with, won't talk about or confess. Everybody want the most, but in return you get the less. Know how to struggle, been through it all, know how to clean up niggas' mess. If I got it on my mind, I know how to get it off my chest. Couple bitches jump ship, but they ain't here, you know the risk. You wanna fuck me on demon time, feel like the bitch possessed. Got myself up in this shit, I know how to get about this mess. Bad, whatever you call it, grab her ass and gon' caress. Take her right up in that room, she screaming like she got Tourette's. Tap my name up on her thigh and put my initials on her chest. It's just
me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch.
The A&R Desk with Spot Brooklyn.
Just me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch.
Get it, get it, get it, get it.
Bitch. Just me. Just me. Just me. Just me and my bitch. Bitch.
Shout out to DM on that submission. Another thing I want to share with y'all, right? When y'all get we so caught up in wanting the love and support from others. Also, don't forget to give it, because just like you or anyone that need the energy or want that energy, there's people who need it. I was setting up for the show, and as I was setting up, I saw DM on live. I jumped on his live, and I'm like, yo, bro, I just jumped out real quick to get some energy. I'm about to go on, and I wanted to see what he was doing, man. And I don't get to get on live a lot, but when I do see someone who shows love, and I don't do it just because you show love, but when people take their time out for you, take the time out for them, man. It means the world, especially as a creative. I'm not talking as an executive. I'm talking as a creative because I'm an artist first. But I'm about to leave y'all for this night, man. I do got one question that was submitted, and I'm going to answer that question, and then we're going to close out. The question was, from your P.A.P system rating, that's how it is, P.A.P system rating, what do you think is the most important thing for an artist to do to upscale towards leverage? All right, that's a good question. We spoke about the P.A.P system. Y'all saw what the rating system does. What can an artist do to gain leverage? Stop looking at everyone else who's doing something that's on. I be in the studio. I'm an engineer as well. I come in the studio and I get artists saying, yo, Spud, I want to sound like Future. And I'll be like, all right, let's look that up. And they're like, yo, I'm going to do the La Russell move. I'm going to do how La Russell do it. I'm a campaign. And I'm like, okay, yo, I'm going to do what Russ does. And that's how I'm going to do it. And then I want to stop it. And I'm like, but do you know Russ' story? Do you know La Russell's story? Do you know Future's story? You know what I'm saying? Do you know Kendrick Lamar's story? Kendrick Lamar was a backup dancer for like 8 years. He was, J-Rock's hype man. Like for 8 years, he was a hype man. Half people don't want to spend 8 minutes perfecting their performance more than 8 years being a hype man running around stage. I say that to say, yeah, you could look at these for inspirations, but don't market yourself to them because they had different journeys or they had head starts. People bring up Russ to me a lot. I get a lot of people who bring up Russ. Russ had a billionaire backing him. Of course, he could skip radio. I saw someone sent me a clip. Yo, I'm gonna skip the middleman. I'm gonna go straight to radio. It costs $15,000 to skip to radio. He don't talk about where that $15,000 came from, right? He didn't talk about the person who found him on SoundCloud because he was on SoundCloud, who was the same person who invested the finances to Universal from his hedge fund and does business with Sony as well, which helped Russ get a distribution kind of marketing promotion through Sony. He don't say that. He just talk about the independency. And we get lost chasing someone else's road and they ain't tell you all the gas that they put in that vehicle and who helped push the car. They just talk about, yo, this car, I rode it. So the best thing an artist could do is invest in growing their sound. Fall in love with what you sound like. Forget about being the best. Forget about be the best version of you. Fall in love with that shit. Because when you present it, now I could get it. But when you mimicking someone else's role to someone else, you're just an amazing mimicker. You're just amazing mimicker. So all the artists that's on, and shout out to everybody on the MJ Presents app, everybody that's on, fall in love and find that love for who you are in your expression. And then let everything trickle. Because if you skip that, I don't care everything you do, it ain't you. I don't care how far you could get to the deal. I'm about to sign your name on the dotted line, and if you not your music, if you get it around somebody else's story, somebody else's fictitious journey or what you like, it ain't you. You're just another storyboard. And then when you start putting out music like you, that you comfortable in, people done bought into somebody else, then you lose your fans. So that's what I'll say to do to that. But without further ado, we're gonna close the show out with the record that I promised. But before I go, you know how I leave y'all. Know your boundaries. Push some boundaries and break some boundaries. Consistency is the key, but proficiency is the doorway. Don't keep doing something that don't make sense, because it won't make sense, and it damn sure won't make sense.
Bringing A&Ring right to your phone.
I want to send a big shout out to everybody that submitted. Much love to y'all. We're going to close it out with FOMO. I think that's what it says, FOMO on there. But this was a Love ATX submission. Salute to you. You closing out the show. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. See y'all Monday, 9:30 p.m. for the Shoe Radio by MJ Presents. Check us out Monday, 9:30 p.m. And on Wednesdays, we got the A&R Desk. Be on the lookout. I might be giving out another Pro Tools. Or I might be giving out another FL Studio. We did partner with FL Studio, so we got some licenses to give away. So be on the lookout for the next competition on the Is It a Smash right here on the A&R Desk. Y'all have a good night, man. Be safe.
This is